Hi foodies, how many of you remember Lowkey, that big, long, baseball bat looking vegetable? Yep, there we go. So let's give this a good wash and scrub because it's hanging under the machan. You know what that is, right? So I'm going to cut part of it. This is a lot, right, foodies? And let's take that potato peeler or vegetable peeler as we know and just give it a good little scrape. Now, I do not want to take completely all. You see, I leave some stripes there. Perfect. Now, let's dice this really nicely. This has a jelly-like type texture and it's so big, and you see the seeds is not even there, so it's very young, and this is how you want it. You don't want it ripe and full. So sprinkle a little bit of turmeric in there or haldi, and let's set it on the side, and let's get our lovely flavoring. So here is some riri pepper, pimento pepper, ginger, garlic, and some shallots. So let's slice that ginger. I'm leaving the skin on it. Just give it a good wash and nice little dice there. That looks good. Same thing with the shallots. Just give a lovely sweet flavor. Now if you don't have it, just use your regular onions. No big deal. And slice this up in four and give it a good little dice. Lovely pimento pepper, lots of flavors and no heat. I'm leaving the stem also in this pot. The stem has a lot of flavor in there too. Now pop that garlic, and we're going to dice that up really nicely. So now here I have some shrimp. I want to add some shrimp. You could use dry shrimp or fresh shrimp or prawns or even codfish. This is a nice big leaf of podina. Give it a good little grate in there with 2 heads of garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. Give that a good, nice little fresh seasoning in there. Add some pimento peppers in there. Give that a little mix. Now I want to add a little pinch of garam masala, some turmeric or haldi, and a little pinch of salt. Now set this on the side. This looks great. Let's get cooking now. In goes some avocado oil, some cumin, yellow mustard seed, and all our stuff we just chopped in that cutting board. Cook for 3 minutes. This looks marvelous. In goes some hing. Yep, that's hing. Some panch puran, which is 5 different spices all together, and I'm using chana masala. Add that in there and give it a good mix. You're going to see it bubbling a bit. That only means that it has some coconut in there. A little bit of water in there to wake up that lovely masala and that lovely fusion of spices. Now add in the lowkey. Here goes some oregano, some veggie base, and some crayfish because I'm going back with the seafood. Give that a good cook, cover it over, and after 7 minutes it'll release its own little water there and melt in very nicely. Now I want to use some coconut cream, or you could use some coconut milk or some coconut milk powder. A little bit of water in there, about a 1/4 cup. And I want this to cook down and let that melt and infuse in there. Now while that is cooking, set that on the side. Add in some of that oil again in that really hot pan. Add in all your prawns or shrimps or codfish, whatever you're cooking. I like to do it on the side and then marry it together with the lowkey because you don't want to overcook this. A little bit of haldi or turmeric, and this only takes like 2 minutes. That looks perfect now. You see that lovely color? Awesome. So move that off the heat now. Let's take a look. Now this looks really good. The water burned down. It's all jelly and nice. Now you're going to infuse everything together. Add your shrimp or your prawns in there. Turn the heat off, and guess what? This dish is all done. Give it a little mix. Cover the pot for 3 minutes and let that get a nice little finish cooking with the prawns. Now add some of the shallots and some fresh chopped cilantro or parsley, whatever have you, bandania, whatever you want to add, and there you go. It's plating time. This is lovely with some white rice or any type of roti. You could make it great for dinner, for breakfast, whatever have you. Jenny's Walk, always bringing great flavors to the table. Lots of vegetables now. Give it a try.